Hi everybody. As you know, my wife is Filipino, and because of that I'm subjected to quite a number of Philippine dishes, and I have to say I've yet to find one that I haven't enjoyed, but one of the ones I enjoy the most is a beautiful skinned spicy sausage called Longganisa. Now, I've mentioned this to lots of people and they've asked me exactly how it's made. Well, this is what this video is about. I'm going to show you exactly how it's made. So first of all, I'll show you my ingredients. We have 800 grams of minced pork. We have a tablespoonful of smoked paprika, a tablespoonful of minced garlic, a teaspoon of ground black pepper, and a tablespoon of coarse sea salt. We also have 9 tablespoons of dark brown sugar, tablespoon or half a tablespoon of mixed herbs, and then my secret ingredient, about 3 tablespoons full of dried onions. And all we have to do is mix these together. So we'll start off with the onions, all the spices and herbs, brown sugar, and the rest of the herbs. And we need 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. 1, 2, 3. Now you might think that these are very strange mixture. This is a very strange mixture of ingredients, but you wait. The combination of flavours in this are just amazing. So what you do is you mix everything together like so. Give it a really good mix. Just get your hands in there. Don't forget to wash your hands before you start mixing this up. But I suggest that everybody should have a go at doing this, because believe me, you won't regret it. This is one of the tastiest sausages you've ever had. So give it a really good mix. Make it real thorough job of it. So you want all those flavours to amalgamate, and you want to make sure that every sausage that you make has got some of each ingredient in it. The only downside to this is you can't eat it straight away. Once it's done, you have to stick it in the fridge, preferably overnight, but for at least a minimum of 2 hours. Okay, that seems pretty thoroughly mixed. So what I'm going to do now is I'll just wrap this in cling film, put it in the fridge and leave it overnight, and then tomorrow I'll show you how we cook it. Good morning everyone. Well, our Longganisa has spent the night in the fridge with all those lovely flavours all amalgamating into each other. So it's now time to start making the individual sausages. Now, to do this we first need a sheet of non-stick parchment paper and an implement such as a wooden spatula with a nice straight edge. You'll see why in a minute. And first of all we take about a tablespoon, just a large tablespoon of our mixture, stick it in the middle of the parchment, and then fold the parchment over onto it like that. Hold down the bottom bit, and then with the straight edge of your spatula just push it into the sausage mixture that way. And what that does, it squeezes it up, makes it nice and firm, rolls it into a nice sausage shape, and you can just pinch the ends just to make sure that it's nice and tight in there. Give it a couple of rolls. And there we have our first Longganisa sausage. Just stick those on a plate, and we do that until we have as many as we need for a particular meal. So I will just do another one just to show you again how we do it. So push it in quite hard because you want it to be fairly firm. You don't want it to start breaking up when it's cooking. It will firm up slightly when it's cooking because we seal it first. But it's not, unlike a conventional sausage, we don't just fry these. There's two stages to, well, in actual fact there's three stages to cooking a longanisa. The first one is to seal it, the second one is to boil it, and finally you fry it. May sound weird, but trust me, it's fabulous. So now we come to the fun bit, which is the cooking. First of all, what we have to do is put a light under our gas, not too high, not too low. Put just a little bit of oil in the pan, just to stop it sticking. And then we pop in our longanisa. So, be very careful at this stage because they are a little bit delicate. I'm just going to do 4 longanisa at the moment. And the idea of this is just purely to seal the outer part, which makes the sausage firm up a bit, because the actual cooking is done a bit later. This is just to seal it on all sides, just for half a minute on each side. This one's starting to come apart, so we'll seal that back edge first. Already the aromas from all those different ingredients are starting to come through. Just, oh, I really wish you could smell this. You'd love it. That'll do. The next bit, turn gas down very, very slightly. And what we do is we add, and you have to be very careful when you put that in because you will have a tendency to splash, which is why I put it a little bit at a time. And then raise the gas again slightly and let that bubble away. And what that's doing is that's actually cooking the inside of it by allowing it to bubble away in the water. It's heating right the way through and it cooks the inside of the sausage. I mean, so often when you get sausages, particularly ones with skins on, if you fry them too quickly, the outer side gets done or even burnt and the inside could still be raw. And with pork especially, you have to be very, very careful. You can actually make longanisa with beef. And you could probably, if you wanted a really healthy option, you could probably make it with turkey mince. That would give you a nice low cholesterol longanisa. But what they taste like, I have no idea. As you can see from the colour, the colour of the sugars is starting to come out slightly in the water. But this is a good thing, as you'll see later on. Just keep turning those around occasionally just to make sure that they get completely cooked throughout. As I said earlier, I've been married to my wife now for the last 14 years, so I've had quite a lot of Philippine food at home and out in the Philippines, and I have to say that the diet that Filipinos have is very healthy compared to ours. I mean, a lot of what we eat in the West is very convenient. It's all canned and frozen, and we have a lot of takeaways and things like this. In the Philippines, it's a lot different. There's a lot more fresh ingredients, fresh fruit and vegetable used in a lot of their cooking. The meat is always fresh. You never see freezer places that they're selling frozen food, or very rarely. So on the whole, the diet is very healthy, and it's a very eclectic mix, because over the years the Philippines was run by the Spanish. They had it for many years before handing over to the Americans, but they've also been trading with other Southeast Asian nations for centuries, countries like China, Japan, Indonesia, and their cuisine has been amalgamated into the Philippine cuisine over the years. So the whole, it's very difficult to put a finger on Filipino cuisine as such, because it's over the years you've had all these other influences been put in. You probably find it up in the provinces, up in the mountains and things like that. People are sticking to old traditional recipes and things, but around the coastal areas the diet is mainly fish, because that's the main industry around the coastal areas. But up in the mountains, obviously you're going to get lots more chicken and pork and fresh vegetables and things like that, because that's where they're grown. These another turn. See, the water's starting to evaporate off, and once it does, that's when the magic happens. And there you have it. Longganisa, scrambled egg and fried rice, a traditional Philippine breakfast. And before any of you throw your hands up in horror and say, fried rice for breakfast, just remember that rice is a staple in the Philippines, the same as potatoes are in this country. And it's no different from having bubble and squeak, hash browns, or even fried potatoes with your breakfast. So fried rice for breakfast with longanisa and scrambled eggs. You can't beat it. Please try these sausages. You won't regret it. What I'd like to do over the next few weeks is to make a few more recipes for you. Adobo, caldereta, sinigang. These are all dishes that are traditional to the Philippines. But if there's any other dishes or recipes you'd like me to try, then please leave a comment below and I'll see what I can do. So until then, thanks for watching. Bye for now.